Hey friends, welcome back to a new video. My name is Sylvia. If you're new here, I make amazing videos on this channel on different topics like health, mental health, but also self-help videos and on minimalism. And I have delicious recipes. So if you're interested, be sure to check out my channel after this video and subscribe if you want to see more. I post at least once weekly and a lot of times also twice weekly, so don't miss out on new videos. Today I wanted to share 10 things that I don't buy in order to save money. I wanted to make this video to bring awareness to the fact that a lot of the times when we want to save money, we look at big purchases. But I feel like a lot of us tend to forget that it's often these small things that we buy on a regular basis that can actually make up a large part of our spendings. So for example, most people wouldn't buy a $400 TV if they just can't afford that. But those same people probably wouldn't shy away from buying a $2 pack of gum each week. Because I mean, it's just $2. But if we take a look at it, $2 each week for a pack of gum, add that up in a year, we're going to be spending over $100. So we should really be looking at those small things that we buy regularly added up. There's also the more common example of that to-go coffee that a lot of us tend to get at Starbucks. Now, I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad idea in general to buy those little things that are going to add up when we do buy them regularly, but we do have to consider that it is a more significant amount than we initially think it's going to be. And we need to reassess that. We need to think to ourselves, do I really need that gum each week? Do I really need that coffee to go each morning? And if the answer is yes, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you can absolutely live without that, if you really want to save money, then maybe you should cut out those small things that don't cost a lot initially, but it does add up to a significant amount. So let's dive into things that I don't buy in order to save money. So number one for me is takeout. Now that includes whether it's food that is delivered to you or food that you buy outside. I just don't find too much value in takeout. Personally, I feel like by the time the food is delivered to you, it's already cold and it's not as good as in the restaurant or the establishment. And I feel like you just save a lot of money in not buying food out. So personally, if I know I'm going to be out, if I have errands to run, if I have uni to attend, if I have work, whatever, then I will make sure to prepare myself food, prepare myself lunch that I know I'm going to need, or dinner or breakfast. And that way I actually know what's going into my food. I can control how healthy it is and how salty I want it. And additionally, I will be saving the packaging that I will most likely be throwing away if I buy it from a restaurant or a supermarket. And I'm saving a lot of money. So it's a win-win for me personally. But of course, I understand there are people that don't have the time or just don't want to prepare food at home. Then you might find a lot of value in takeout food. But I would also personally say that going out to a restaurant is another different thing. I don't do that very often either, but going to a restaurant for me is more of a special event, kind of going for a date night or for birthdays. I like to pick a restaurant with good food and a nice environment, so I have a nice time and really get what I pay for, I guess. Item number two is drinks. So when I'm out and about, I always make sure to prepare my own drink. I have a water bottle that I always have with me and I fill it up wherever I can. I don't buy bottled drinks on the go. They are extremely expensive, and taking that extra step of bringing that water bottle just saves so much money and saves the environment. And also for at home, I don't buy any type of juices or sodas or alcohol or anything like that there, and I don't buy bottled water bottles. I live in a country where the tap water has great quality, so I just drink tap water and I'm absolutely satisfied with that. It's so much cheaper and better for the environment. And then when it comes to the restaurants, we also don't order drinks at the restaurants in order to save money. I feel like drinks at restaurants are things that are priced very high compared to what it's actually worth. So yeah, I make sure to take a big gulp of water before I go into the restaurant from my water bottle, and then after I leave the restaurant, I make sure to drink enough water. And that way you can really save quite a lot of money if you don't order drinks at restaurants. Then number three is overbuying food. I really try not to overbuy food. You guys will know if you watch my videos, I plan out my meals. I plan what I eat for lunch and dinner each week, and then I write down the specific groceries that I am missing in my home. And then I take that list, go to the grocery store, and really stick to that list. And that way you do really save a lot of money. Then number 4 is one-time use plastic bags or grocery bags. So here in Germany, grocery bags, or even at kind of fashion stores, plastic bags or even paper bags cost additional money. This is kind of to be more environmentally friendly. So not only for money reasons, also for environmental reasons, we don't purchase those one-time use grocery bags. We have our reusable tote bags that we bring with us when going grocery shopping, and we try to avoid any bags we have to pay for extra. The bags aren't that expensive. They're about 20 cents or so. But let's say you go grocery shopping twice a week and you need 2 bags. You would spend about $40 a year just on those plastic bags. And with $40, you can go and have yourself a nice evening out or have a nice dinner. And all you have to do is kind of take that tiny little extra step to remember to bring your reusable grocery bags. Number 5 is name brand cosmetics. And I'm someone that is quite simple when it comes to sort of creams, lotions, things like that. I don't have a lot of products, and I also don't really focus on the brand or the brand name. What I focus on more is the ingredients. I spend quite a lot of time researching into what good and what bad ingredients are, and that way I pick and choose according to that. And I've personally found that often the more expensive brand names have worse ingredients. So it is kind of a win-win for me. I buy the in-house brands to save money, but also more often those are higher quality. And the same goes for kind of in-house supermarket brands as well. They are so much cheaper, and often the ingredients are also so much better. Then number 6 is sale items. I don't go buy things just because they're on sale. If I want and need something, I'll buy it regardless of the sale. And if it happens to be on the sale, then great. But other than that, I try not to shop around during a sale. That can just be really dangerous and tempting, especially when it comes to wanting to save money. Then number 7 is a little bit of a random one, but that is salad dressings. I think quite a lot of people buy ready-made salad dressings at the supermarket. They're just kind of a waste of money in my opinion, because salad dressings are so easy to make on your own, and the store-bought salad dressings often have a lot of ingredients in them that aren't too great, especially preservatives, since they have to kind of prolong their shelf life. So I would say save your money, make your own. It's not that complicated. Then number 8 is souvenirs. Souvenirs are mostly bad quality, they're clutter, they're just going to lie around your house, and you're never probably going to look at them ever again or use them in whatever way. It's just a random bottle opener that's going to be stuck on your fridge and just clutter your space. Those small kind of souvenir kitchen magnets might only be $2 or whatever, but if you think about it, you're not going to only want to collect a magnet of one country or one city. You're going to want to collect for each country and each city you go to, and that adds up to being a lot of kitchen magnets, and you're going to then need maybe a box you need to store in, and then it just gets very excessive very quickly. The only time we do kind of buy souvenirs, I'm going to call it, is when I buy something that I've already planned on buying before even going on the trip. So it's really something I would buy apart from it being a souvenir. So for example, I have this jewelry box that I bought in Oman, and it is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of the trip, and it is kind of the local craftsmanship, and I love supporting that as well. But I was looking for a jewelry box regardless of seeing this or being in Oman. It is kind of 2 things in one, a functional thing that I needed anyway, and a souvenir that reminds me of the amazing trip. Then number 10 is haircuts. I haven't been to the hairdresser in maybe 3 years or so. I just cut my own hair. Sometimes it doesn't turn out great, but I'm okay with that, and I learn as I go. The service of a hairdresser, especially here in Germany, is actually quite expensive, so that is somewhere that I can save quite a lot of money. Then number 10, I'm going to call overpriced add-ons. So there are specific services that are rather cheap compared to what they could charge, but they actually make the bulk of their money from these overpriced add-ons. For example, the mini bar at a hotel, they have chocolate bars in them that are absolutely overpriced, and that's where the hotel makes their money. Then there's also popcorn at the cinema, or just food and drinks during intermission at a concert, or maybe just concert t-shirts, or drinks or food during a cheap airplane flight. So we really try to skip those, and to save our money, we don't need to have popcorn, we don't need a drink during intermission. So these were my 10 things that I don't buy in order to save money. Hopefully these were kind of things that are more out of the box that you wouldn't initially think of. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these 10 areas or items that I don't buy in order to save money. What are your things that you don't buy to save money? Maybe you can inspire each other. And let me know if this was helpful or interesting. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!